Live and drink, friends. Welcome back to Caves of Khand. Well, what's our plan right now? What do we got installed? Do we have the liver installed? No. Why don't we swap out the gun rack for the liver? Or wait, no, the biodynamic power plant is incompatible with the liver. That's what we learned. Body. That's a pain. Face to replace night vision. Nah. Why don't we leave everyone behind and go meet Clank? Because we don't really want to bring our companions with us to meet Clank, or they might end up all fungal. Oh, the Arcaneut's still with us. Sweet. Okay, I want to direct you to stay here, Arcaneut. Gru, I want you to stay here. Oborokoro, I want you to stay here. Warden 1F, I want you to stay here. Indrix, I want you to stay here. Una, I want you to stay here. Esther, I want you to stay here. Alright, we currently need to actually slot some cells into our guns. A little low, some of these. They're a little low. Install cell. How about a lead acid cell? How much charge does that one get to have? Let's throw down a save. And hello, there's a doggy here. Let's see if we can go meet Clank without ruining our whole lives. So, the location we're looking for is right... not here. Gotta be careful about entering towers right now. We don't have our goon squad with us. The location we're looking for is right down in the center here. The Rainbow Woods. Spores dance in eddies across kaleidoscopic fungal bonnets. Rivers of primordial soup cast in the light of lava gurgle a quickening melody. So we're not gonna walk on the overworld. Because we're immune to disease, I think we can basically ignore the spore situation, which is sweet. Let's put... oh, it's just a... where's our... we sold our frosty one, I guess. Oops. That's fine. Is this primordial soup over here? That is molten wax. This is primordial soup. We need a bunch of it. Let's gather some. Collect 20 drams. Is that how much I need? I have nowhere to collect it, really? I don't have a water skin I could pour out. Pour it nearby. Pour it over there. Pour all of it out, please. Now, collect liquid. There we go. That should be enough for our task, I think. I'm not sure exactly how much we need, but that will be more than enough. Spores? Doesn't matter to me at all. So I think that there's a farming strategy here involving finding some primordial soup that is adjacent to a weep. So these are weeps. This is an asphalt weep over here, generating infinite amounts of asphalt. And if it intersects, so there you go, these guys almost intersect with primordial soup. Maybe we could just dump some, wine? Let's see what happens if we do this. So let's take our primordial soup, and let's pour all of it. Pour it nearby. Pour it into this wine here. Splash. So that should react, I think. Shouldn't it? And should cause slimes to start spawning. Well, I thought that was the case, but I guess it's not. Soupy wine was not generating creatures the way I thought that it would. More salt? Yeah, it's a salt weep. Seek the heart of the rainbow wood. There we go, we found it. So there's something to be found here that I have never found before. There's a body around here. Oh, there's some monoslodges. Shit. I gotta be careful of those. I don't really want to fight those guys. If I can avoid it. Because this is what we're looking for. These two things are what we're looking for. We got the eater's flesh, and then over here there's a body. Oh, a cybernetics credit wedge. The scroll bound by kelp, and the eater's flesh. So let's look at the eater's flesh first. Sight senses blur on sponge and craters of a swollen coral moon. Is this the flesh of the gods? And now we're going to read this book first. Across Mogra'i, Volume 3, Oath, the Free City. Preface. Obviously and unfortunately, no primary sources are available from these distant lands. Much of this record draws upon the accounts given by fungi who crossed Mogra'i on the backs of Dromad merchants. As a matter of convention, I date all events according to their chronological distance from an event of paramount historical significance, namely the publication of these volumes. Accordingly, note that the event's parenthetical dates signify their occurrence prior to publication. Oath. Oath is a freehold in the central Sundalese populated by the Esper cult called the Tyrants. The youngest of the major freeholds in the region, it was settled by Freeman Oath in 61 PP after the Lost War. The freehold consisted of the furnished comb caves along with faces of the towering bluffs, known as Maiden Comb before the war. Origins in the Lost War. In the early months of 62 PP, a mysterious figure began murdering the bandit host in the central Sundalese around Maiden Comb. Though the neighboring freeholds originally named the murders blessings, soon reports from richer merchants of queer gatherings in the comb caves, howling men igniting the rivers and night sky with fire, disquieted the Sundalese seat of power. Rumors spread that Esper bandits had forsaken their bands, discarded their guns and bows, and sworn fealty to the shadowy figure. These merchants' anecdotes and rumors continued in the winter, and were substantiated when several merchant sketties were captured by the Dark Host. From the man who identified himself as Oath of the Free, the merchants learned he had indeed organized the Esper bandits and exiled void cantors from the fiefdoms of Odrum. Each sketty was made to return to the freehold from which it came with a document the host named the Annals of Oath, in which Oath, a self-styled prophet gifted with prescience, recounted a series of his visions and demanded the immediate release of all Espers indentured against their wills to the freeholds of true kin. The Comb Kings were predictably unswayed by the Annals and ignored Oath's mandates. However, by the end of 62 PP, no merchant who rode within 20 leagues of Maiden Comb was seen alive again. Dozens of sketties were found drifting downriver in the charred or drowned corpses of their rowers in tow. About the same time, the Annals of Oath began to spread like wildfire through the river freeholds. Several free Espers left the freeholds to join the host, whilst those indentured Espers who were found to sympathize with Freeman Oath, as he was known in the freeholds, were largely killed or gelded. Of particular interest to Oath and his host were the Windweirds of Perth. The Windweirds are a caste of indentured Espers who foretell and in rare cases alter the strength and duration of the seasonal trade winds over the Pale Sea. Oath's host rode westward, and his acolytes infiltrated the Seahold and roused support amongst the Windweirds. Having suffered this months-long trade blockage at the hands of the freemen and now forced to watch Oath's seeds of discord sprout within his own kingdom, King Rhodos of Perth gathered his strength and rode the winding canyon rivers east toward Maiden Comb. A series of skirmishes ensued. The mighty Rhodos' navy was such that the freeman was forced to cede the combs he had taken and retreat to the fortifications of Maiden Comb. Rhodos sieged the comb for several weeks, entreating the kings of Athenreach and Urisveld for support. When no aid came, King Rhodos chose to take Maiden Comb with his own strength. The Battle of Maiden Comb lasted for 4 bloody days. Ultimately, Rhodos' losses were too many, and he was rebuffed and driven back toward Perth. Oath missed no opportunity. He gave chase to the weakened navy and slaughtered nearly 1,000 more Perthic men. Rhodos eventually reached Perth, but the might of the Espers was too great. Oath breached the Comb's sapped defenses, sacked the freehold, and slew King Rhodos himself. Several of the Windweirds chose to join the freemen, while many others remained in Perth. A few left the freehold without Oath. The Espers rode back to Maiden Comb with their spoils and lifted the trade blockage, directing their efforts towards settling the Comb. Oath gave his name to the freehold and was known thenceforth as the Free Seer. He ruled the Espers until his death in 38 PP when his successor forsook own given name and adopted the title of Free Seer, so that tradition continues in present-day Oath. The name Tyrant itself owes its origins to an ironic interpretation of the entreaty sent by King Rhodos to King Ergathus of Athenreach during the siege of Maiden Comb. The envoy was captured by the Espers before wending his way upstream toward the northern freehold. The relevant excerpt reads, "Row the twining thaw, bring your sketties to bear on Maiden Comb. Join your strength to mine that neath the coupled banners of the Seahold and Athenreach we might sunder these half-men, these tyrants who would wrest from us what is ours by right and deed." King Rhodos. The scroll on which the message was written still rests in the hall of the Free Seer, along with the charred skull of King Rhodos. Life in Oath. Oath is ruled by the Free Seer who resides in the hall of the Free Seer deep in the heart of Maiden Comb. After the tradition of Freeman Oath, the Free Seer must be psionically prescient. He may also have influence, though it is not required. The Free Seer chooses his successor, often naming the Esper with the most promising precognitive abilities. Though the tyrants are free to leave Oath at their leisure, within the Freehold the Free Seer's rule is absolute. While the tyrants mostly pursue isolationist policies, they do trade with the neighboring freeholds. However, they only deal directly with the true kin in the rarest of circumstances, and they insist that merchant caravans include a mutant envoy. As for trade goods, the tyrants rarely offer the services of their void cantors, but people are known to come from far and wide to audit the prophecy of the Seers of Oath. The tyrants' most coveted imports are cherry daughters from Irsveld, and ghost sap from the rust caves of Cud. Along with the tyrants, Oath is cohabited by a caste of people, both true and mutant, with no psionic aptitude. After the Lost War, these people, called the Undermensch, left Perth with the tyrants of their own accord. They were mostly fisherfolk and craftsmen, and they served those same roles in Oath. Their motivations for leaving Perth were never well understood. It is unknown whether they serve now as freekin or psionic thralls of the tyrants. Stithening. This is why we're reading this book now. Stithening is the name given by the tyrants of Oath to the process of introducing a cherry daughter to a host's brain in the ear canal. The scarab worm is attached to the host's ear where it sheds its shell, crawls toward the eardrum, and burrows into the brain. Once entrenched there, the parasite feeds on the temporal and parietal lobes, inducing several changes in the host's body, including loss of hair and nail, loss of weight, and yellowing and greening of skin pigment. The changes occur gradually over a period of several weeks. Immediately after a stiffening, though, the host undergoes a violent period of bodily adjustment with several side effects, including vomiting and fever. Notably, in the case of an Esper host, the feeding also reduces and ultimately eliminates the Esper's ability to resist the Elder Cant. Thus, all stiffened Espers leave Oath and venture into Mograi, never to return. Stiffening is usually reserved as punishment for high crimes such as treason, but some of the most devout Espers choose to undergo the process. Once a year, one member of the Mirthful, the Free Seer's Royal Guard of Void Cantors, is chosen by the Free Seer to be stiffened. The Esper's name is recorded for posterity in the Hall of the Free Seer. This is considered the greatest honor that may be bestowed on an Esper of Oath. The new Esper is chosen to serve the Free Seer in a ceremony called the Rite of Mirth. And now, 9th of Kisooks. I come from the west. My parents sold me into slavery as a babe, though the practice had been formally abolished in Perth years earlier. As a boy, I cut my teeth on the reefs of the Shore of Songs and lulled the pale sea to sleep with many a hymn that she might return our sailors from the Black Stare unscathed. How the melodies whisked inside my skull even then. I was given no name at birth, but the sailors called me Katu. At 5 and 10 years, I ran away. On Ettin's spine, I roosted with an eremite who ushered me into manhood. I learned to hunt and laugh and dream. In time, I came to know of the free city and the ingress afforded my kind. I shoved off from my stony nook and trekked to their high gate and settled there, though I preferred to sup with the anglers and other low folk. In the sun-warmed pool under the rampart, the Free Seer first noticed me. The slant of his neck from where he watched at the parapet presaged my movements I still recall. I stood from my bath and shamefully padded to my discarded vest, but stopped. I saw him from that distance, his eyes tucked deep into his shorn dome, his frock as inert as a statue's, and I felt no more shame. Under his tutelage, I rose to prominence in his court. I stood by his side as he treated with the Tuildars of Odrum, as he plotted against the southern freeholds. When a traitorous cantor slipped poison into his cup, I smashed it from his hands and sundered the quisling's mind. That night, in the hour of the beetle moon, he introduced me to the mirth of an assembled mind. Together with the other cantors we joined, and he named me Mirthful, and raised me unto his honor guard. I would be dispossessed of it in under a year. But I must pause now. The cant loudens, and the elder nears. I vow to conclude my story if I still draw breath, and if I am free. 16th of Kisooks. It is dusk. I sit on the bank of the river Styx, but no fire warms my bones. The risk of drawing moon-doting beasts is too great, and any aggregation of minds is sure to attack the attention of the elder. Instead, I ride by a flame kindled on my thumb. I left off at being named Mirthful in the Hall of the Free Seer. No honor is higher for a cantor of Oath. For months I trained with my masked compatriots beneath the hall where our clay cisterns stored the fresh water that would later haunt my dreams. In the spring, a letter arrived from the Angler King. He sought a treaty with the Free Seer and invited us to a neutral council on the doorstep of Ibunudur, arbitrated by the Tuildar of Doria. After much preparation, we set out, rowing our sketties beyond the Bowl of Iris and to the frosty shores of that far tundra. Over the course of the journey, the Free Seer's disposition soured. He withdrew from the council of the Mirthful, even my own, and spent the better part of the wintry trek alone in his tent. At first I attributed his mood to the fragility of our diplomatic high ground, but I soon learned the true tack. We arrived at the camp of Ibunudur on the summer solstice. The twin banners of Athenreach and Doria thrashed in the wind, and the hymns of the Eustace Sutta carried, I remember smiling at the throaty crooning of their priests. As we studied the campground from a hillock, as the free seer ambled up to my side, I saw the jewel of the hanging hills, Nizramet, the Angler King's wife, she who cemented the peace between her father's fiefdoms and the Angler King's freehold. I saw her, and I immediately knew my own treachery. The free seer's gaze was acknowledgement enough. Second of Tibet Ux. I've arrived at Kyakukya. Kind Nuntu shares his hut with me, offers me smoked mushroom, and asks nothing in return. I write these words at his desk, and though he lusts for knowledge himself, he leaves me be to chronicle my past. The campaign back toward Oath was grim. I awaited my fate at the free seer's hands, though I anticipated being given the dignity of first returning to the hall in my home. I was not afforded so much. One dismal night under the beetle moon, I was accosted in my tent by my masked brothers. To my bewilderment, the stithening had come already. How had the free seer acquired the cherry daughters? Had he bargained for them at Ibunuder, or had he possessed them all along? To this day, I do not know. I remember little of the stiffening outside the beating of my own heart high in my ears. I passed out, and when I awoke next morning, the cavalcade had vanished. Only a moment did my recognition last before the chanting in my head took hold. I had heard it before, of course, all my life, in fact. It was the chanting that I weaved my melodies around on the shores of Perth as a small boy. Now, though, it was as if a single distant cantor had summoned 1,000 of his kin, and they each summoned 1,000 of their own. I wept, then I screamed, then I tore the hair from my head. The chant animated my bones more surely than my volition ever had. East and south, it urged. East and south. East and south. Toward Cud. My recollection of the voyage to the Great Salt Desert is fractured and fitful. I grew sicker by the day, but the chant grew louder, and so quickened the force that compelled me. Surely I would die once I reached the moistureless plains of Mograi, presumably as had my predecessors before me. Finally I did reach them, where a salt-churned rivulet dried under a golden arch. The arch seems a thing born of my dementia, but that I recall it so vividly, and that I know it's the least of the secrets kept by Mograi. 24th of Tibetux. I edge closer to the grove of fungi and its preposterous promise. Are the whispers true? Could it be all so simple? I can feel the moistness of the eater's flesh on my lips, though the memory is surely another's. If salvation awaits me, then I promise to take it, whether or not I deserve it. Tonight, though, the jungle shrouds me. I sit under a chrome belfry, a leech kneading at my skin. I feel no compulsion to bar its work. The companionship is welcome. Now to awaken the past once more. Mograi. Oh, how the dromads know. How did I survive the great desert? I cannot say for sure. I owe something to the songs I sang at Perth, to the falconry I learned at Edenspine, to the honing of my sinew under oath. The fractured dream that was my voyage offers little elucidation, but I do remember chewing salt and summoning gusts of wind to suck the moisture out of the dead air. Of all the riven memories that churn in my head, Mograi only accounts for a coherent 3. The first is a vision of ruin at the fabled Kubrius Yeti, the seat of the Wrathchild Empire. Stretched across the alabaster plain were the last of their wicked structures, toppled effigies of the man-scorpions themselves. I reposed there, against my will and only out of exhaustion. Fixated on the night sky in fear and fatigue, I heard the echoes of a great saltback's steps. Even those gargantuans know to avoid the place. The second memory is the presence of the giants. Colossal skeletons in the forms of humanoids litter the desert. I had heard the account before, and indeed some of the specimens extend as far north as Ordrum. Their history is wholly unknown to us or anyone else, but their bones provide some of the only shade on the salt pans, and so they grew to be welcome sights. So it was with horror that I discerned a truth one night while tucked into the rib cage of one of 3 cadavers in a small proximity. You see, all the carcasses share a commonality, their orientation. East and south. East and south. The third memory is the rust. Rusted hulls and rusted spires. It took me weeks to realize what I beheld, for all my boyhood was rife with sketties and shifts, but none were this size. I envisioned what the past must have looked like, as little sense of it as it made to me. Mograi is a vast sea, and monstrous vessels mounting its waves. Markings and etches on their hulls had no resonance for me then. Later, though, I recognized the figure of the spindle, and I glimpsed the importance it held for these seafaring eaters. When I lurched to the ground and was righted by a brown-skinned man with a knife, a glowing cat at his feet, I knew it was a dream. It must be a dream. First of Eunuchs, I owe my life to Badals. In my haste to reach the fungal grove, I misstepped. My wandering and buoyant mind blinded itself to the presence of a chosen one. She neared me, set on enveloping me back into the fold, but she was intercepted by Badals. For what purpose did they intercede, I do not know, but they have my thanks. So they must have the Elder's ire. I wonder if that's randomized, who it is who intervenes. Badals obviously doesn't make a lot of sense. I come now to Cud in the Seekers of the Sightless Way. The chanting compounded in my skull into a final ecstasy, wherein I joined an aggregate mind the likes of which I hadn't fathomed. I was primed for it, though. From my first joining on Ettenspine all those years ago, to the rite of mirth chaperoned by the free seer, I knew that sight guides us no more than salt does. There is ecstasy in the aggregate, indeed, and the Elder is as powerful a center as I've known. But a center it is still, and where there is center, there is a hierarchy. I come now to Cud in the Seekers of the Sightless Way. Interesting. He joined the Seekers of the Sightless Way. What piece of my past endowed me with the wisdom to see through the ruse? Was it the boyhood memory of crashing waves and the shore of songs, echoed later in my vision at Mograi? Was it the jealousy in the eyes of the free seer at Ibanuder? Or was it a mere wrinkle in the mass mind, owing nothing to their own struggle? I cannot say. But while the other cantors piped their songs to weaken the Elder's prison, unknowing thralls to a greater mind, I escaped. The Elder... No, Bateau. I write the name in defiance of my captivity, even at the risk it incurs. Bateau knew nothing at first, but my absence dawned in time. The continuity was broken, and Bateau sent agents to seize me. Even now, they near. The Ides of Eunuchs. It is too late. Though I sit near a stream of primordial soup, though clouds of spores surround me, it is too late. My invocation of Bateau's name fixed my location and trajectory. The Eater's flesh is mine now, but the Chosen will be here in corporeal form too soon. Could I have lived outside the aggregate for very long in any case? I do not know. The solitude wears on me as much as my flight. I've one last sundering to perform. Sundering. A memory of a distant life. A lost dream takes hold. I sunder the mind of a foe to protect a lover. Whatever that means. But yes, that's the deal. That's the tea, as they say. Let's throw that cloak on, why not, since we can. And let's eat that eater's flesh. Pop it in our mouth, hungry and quenched. Pax Clank, I presume. Eat that meal. I see a road. My, a road of coral path, or perhaps of yellow bricks. Coral bricks tessellate the path to an other place. Doon, 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 doon. Note that we are... Oh, I have itchy skin? I thought I was immune to disease. Does that not include fungus? I guess it might not include fungus. What if I chose ingredients to cook with? Do I have any mushrooms? I don't think I have any mushrooms. Do I have any? I got some honey, right? It might help me shrug it off, I'm not sure. A dram of honey, not very much do I have. And yuckweed stem. I don't have any yuckweed. We can just take some pork jerky. Yeah, cook that way. Only get ill for 1/10 of the usual length of time. That's not what we're looking for, unfortunately. Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. There it is. Oh. Alright, just pick it up and leave. Yeah, forget fighting here. Just take our weapons and depart. We're very fast. We don't need to fight anybody. Well, we might have a fungus cure in our future, depending on how things go here. We found Clank. He's hermetically sealed inside mushroom flesh. Oh, uh-oh. It's a honeyed salty dye sludge. Can I do anything about it? Can I equip my guns? My handrail. I can't equip items while stuck? Okay. Where's my other handrail? Why are you showing me melee weapons? There we go. Where's our other one? There it is. Oh, health is low. And stuck again. No, I don't want to die. This goddamn sludge. Alright, well, okay, I guess I'll load way back here. Maybe we're not itchy skin yet. Maybe we can avoid becoming itchy skinned. Where's Soupy? Itchy of skin. Get. Okay, now eat. Eat her as flesh. Eat it up. Let's go ahead and save. Itchy skin? No. Hungry though, I think. Chomp. I love my night vision. Oh no. Let's not walk through that. No reason to do that. Just walk around it. Just walk around. Just walk around. Enemies. Foes. That's okay. I just need to get it back. That's all. Do I have both of them? Yes, I do. Oh! Itchy skin territory. Let's just go on the southern edge of this screen, why don't we? Zapping me from great range. Are they following me? Doesn't look like it. Did we avoid getting itchy skin? Looks like we did. Doom, doom, da-doom, doom, da-doom, doom, da-doom, doom, doom. How's our sprint cooldown doing? Looks like it's up. Just in case it becomes important, you know. On the off chance that it matters. So where was that honey dye sludge coming from? Why was he a thing? Give me my pickaxe, please. Ah! Are you kidding? Couldn't see through walls. Oh wait, did we find it? I guess we're here. Okay, so I guess we won't dig there. There's one right there too. Ooh. Oh. I just found a secret that was a Bela clue. That's weird, but it's gossip. Strange. This is primordial soup, yes. Hello, Clank. Nice to meet you. Clank puff at you. Is it a coincidence that the knotted, rampant throng of organ that is Pax Clank is shaped in the vague form of a humanoid, or is the prodigy fungus welcoming their extra-dimensional anthropoid visitors with a warm gesture? In either case, their splendid orange cap looks like a fancy hat. The semblance ends there, though. In place of a face, there's only a trio of undulating tentacles. At the edges of our field of vision, more tentacles writhe over tools, books, circuit boards, frog cadavers, and saltwater pearls. We realize just how many things Clank does at once, and wonder at nature's decision to bestow peak organic wit to a fungus. Hated by villagers and a cult. I don't think you can water ritual him, though. Oh, you can. Clank buff at you. Fungi goes up. Lost up with Dupa, lost up with a cult. What kind of secrets does he like? Just random locations, that's fine. I'm a friend to fungi. Colonize me. Become infected with Mongol mouth. Wow. That could actually be useful if you really wanted to. Excuse me. Clank puff at you. Why are you the color of coral? And why did the brick road outside only appear after I ate the eater's flesh cap? Clank want no visitors, so Clank relocate workshop. Half dimension away. Tasty's altar viewing plane. I'm here to collect a debt for the Barathromites. Prickles? Clank miss Prickles. Well, you can repay the debt now. Barathrum wants you to build something, a climber. He says only you can do it. Clank care little for debt. But you owe Barathrum. He needs your help. Clank puff on debt. Is there anything I can do to change your mind? Clank think. Clank got it. Clank puff on you. Excuse me. Clank puff on you. You host Clank. You spread Clank for Clank. Then your Clank shrivels away. Clank puff on you. Then Clank build jalopy. Fine. Puff away. Infect my arm. Oh, can you infect my tread? Yeah, I think you can infect my tread, and that won't actually cause me any problems, really. Contracted Clank on my tread. Clank puff on me. Clank build jalopy. Ugh. Alright, so now, if we take a look, we'll actually see that we have 1 armor value over here, which is super sweet. It's giving us +1 intelligence too. And we don't have any of the gear that we normally would wear on our treads, so that slot is mostly useless unless we ever manage to find the tread armor, which is great. It'd be great to find the tread armor, but if we can't, we don't need to worry about this quest that we just got. But the quest that we got is this. Where is it? So I need to spread Clank. Oh no, not like that. I need to spread Clank to fungi. So I need to spread Clank on other fungi. Need to spread Clank at the Rusted Archway. Need to spread Clank to cannibals. Spread Clank at Red Rock. Oh, the children of Mammon, they're all dead. I would need to find an urchin Belcher corpse to finish this quest. And that's if I can puff on Clank right now, actually. Can I just puff on Clank? Yes, I can. Well, I just spread Clank to Clank. And now Clank probably regrets everything he ever asked me. Oh, I lost my way beneath the dense canopy of spores. Shit. Did I save? Yes. Go ahead and puff spores. Let's just walk out. No need to do anything fancy here. Or the recoil out. What am I talking about? Great Gate recoiler. Zoop. There we go. Take me away. All of our friends are still over at Ede, I believe, so maybe we should go get them first, actually, because they will get experience, I believe. Install a cell, won't you? Just install this used chem cell. Have you restocked, my friend? Tilly? It appears not. Tilly Fergowitz is not restocked. We should get these Zetachrome gloves. 4-2 versus 4-0. I think we've got the juice for it. Can I prosk Tilly? Yes, I can. Give it all to me, sturdy Outlander's mirror shades. Give me all your artifacts. Give me your Zetachrome. Give me your crystal stuff. Give me all of your cells. Nice, some nuclear cells. Give me all of your foodstuffs. Give me your floating glow spheres, 9. Your 71 herberries. Well, this is where our carry weight becomes a little bit more cheating-y, but whatever. I don't really care. That's fine. We don't need that. Give me your love injector, your shade, all your 30 copper nuggets. And give me your water skins, too. Just hand it all over, please. Thank you. Now we need to make sure we de-proselytize her. I guess we're moving her upstairs, which is fine. No, move up. Hello, Tilly. So where is our previous proselytize victim? Is he here? He's not our follower anymore, but it looks like he may have left. I guess let's go proselytize one of these slugs. Hopefully Kaleidos slugs are not too hard to sway. There we go. Perfect. Now Tilly is free again. And we should really bring a low-level guy here to proselytize. Gru, come along. Aborokoru, come along. Warden, come along. Indrix, come along. Una, come along. And Esther's, come along. There we go. I could ask the slug to wait here, just so he doesn't go off and get killed with us. Or dismiss. I dismiss the Kaleidos slug from my service. He follows me no more. Perfect. So, now we want to go back to the Great Gate. We'll just walk over there. Or at least we'll do a little hit of our shops. They've restocked. Come on. I don't care that there's slime here. I don't care that there's slime here. That's not really a worry of mine. Oops. No. Wait. Luminous Chain of Alamish. What is the Luminous Chain of Alamish? I have some gossip that may interest you. Somebody cast doubt on the belief of the Isakari tribe. Wow. I hurt my robot's rep, but it didn't actually affect me. They're still neutral, I think. Live and drink. What is this thing that I just got from them? Luminous Chain of Alamish. What does it do? 2 dodge value. +1 intelligence and light manipulation. Just load my quick save. Hopefully they didn't have anything good in their inventory, because it'll be different now. Did not mean to. Well, I'll still water ritual with them, actually, because I want to get that. I didn't realize I wasn't thinking about the fact that I can claim so much more reputation from them. Your thirst is mine, my water yours. 500. Let's share some gossip. Loved by the Merchants Guild. Sweet. Doesn't hurt to have cheaper buy values. I could just buy this Luminous Chain if I wanted. But I don't, really. It's all good. Consider the introduction of Chaos, 1st edition. No ads. Damn. And no pages either. Well, what good are you then? What use? A village or a real village? Let's check it out. Let's do their random quest. The village elder. What are your reps like? Disliked by Cragmensch, loved by the villagers and the dogs. Dogs is up, Cragmensch is down, Cult is down. Can teach me Shield Slam. I'll take it. Live and drink water, brother. Do you have work? Speak to Aya. I thought it was always the mayor who had work in these random towns, but I guess not. Soft growling. Do you have work? I will find the Whitic Copper Elder Dreambeard figurine. It's at a goat folk village, Banaglade. So where is Banaglade? 2 parasangs west of Golgotha. Easy find. Right like this. Kill everything. There it is. Just what we were looking for. Give me that flaming carbide. Oops, I didn't get it. That's all we needed to do. Yeah. How about if you gave me some advertisements? Hello, I've been joined. 1 second. I've found the Whitic Copper figure. Ads? No ads. Sphinx Salt Injector, though. Always good. Pause. Gru, little Gru with all his mutation points. Is this a Dromad? Oh, attack. Hello, attack. Do you have anything of interest to me? Doesn't really look like it, unless these weird artifacts are anything of interest. We could buy this. Doesn't minus work here? I thought it did. It does, as long as you're appropriately positioned. Melee weapons. We can keep our rank fangs. What is this artifact? We got lots of artifacts. Anti-gravity boots, wow. laser rifle. How can we not know what that is? We only do what jacked razor rifles were like. Steel plate mail with suspensors. Wow. Flaming sturdy sword. A bottle of metamorphic polygel. How did we not know about that one? I guess we saw it auto-identified before. Shall we use it on our guns again, our handrail, to get another one? It seems like a good deal to me. I think we should save it for cloning draft. Damn it, we blew our cloning draft. If we had that, we could have doubled it, and we would have had double our cloning draft, but so it goes. We weren't guaranteed to find any polygel anytime soon. Wandering Ward of Hamrod. Doom, 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 doom. Maybe we should give that to Gru. Hamrod. Shields. Yeah. Oh, nope, I didn't give it to him. Hamrod. Yeah. Looks like he didn't wear it. That's fine. That's fine. It's not that great. Okay, so we dealt with this village's little quest. Elegant. Let's go check on our fluid tinkers over here. Our ichor merchants. Doom. Neutron flux, sunslag, and warm static. And more warm static. Wow, but no cloning fluid. That's a shame. Which one is the original? Ichor merchant? Salty, bloody ichor merchant? Oh, uh-oh. I can't tell which one's the original. Or the one who I can do the water ritual with is the original. Oh, no, I can't do the ritual with any of them. Damn it, which one's the original? I should have copied them. Oh, that's annoying. I can't tell. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to proselytize them one by one. Oh, no, there it is. This is... Well, no, because they're all just going to be bloody. I should have tattooed the original. There we go. Wasn't that one? Are we wearing the face? We are. Oh, one of them will have gear and the others won't, I think. Yeah, it's the one with gear who's the original. The rest are naked, even though they're finding stuff of their own out there in the world. There we go, got them all. So we can also get a tattoo gun here. Actually, we're gonna get one. We don't need to get that yet, it's fine. Water containers, give me your... You don't have anything cool. The original didn't come through for us at all. Warm static. I think that one of them just had one warm static on. Sun slag. Is that it? Sun slag. And then this one should have... There was more than that, wasn't there? Neutron flux, sun slag, and warm static on one of these. Flux, no. Oops. Flux. I'm not sure if that's gonna match it actually. No. Flux, it's not. Wait, is it the ichor merchant who has all that? I should rename all of them. Liquids. Doom, doom, doom. Isn't merchant fumbling fun? It's right there. There's the neutron flux. There's the sun slag, and there's the warm static. Just totally missed it on them. Okay, let's rename these people. Rename. Random name for the ichor merchant's culture, sure. Mamarula. Okay, let's name them all that way, that's fun. There's Mamarula. Let's rename you from the ichor merchant's culture. Oshwamet. Rename you, I can't rename that one. Tycat. And then let's proselytize someone else so that they don't follow us and restock. They're already set to... Oh no, they're not set to stay, apparently. That's interesting. The one that is not named is not show. Oh, Tycat is that one. Okay, Tycat. Direct to stay there. So ideally, we don't want any of them following us ever. We're just gonna cross somebody else around here, like this little guy. I think you can just dismiss them as well. But traditionally, I do it by reproselytizing someone else. Let's have him wait as well, so he doesn't die out there with us. We'll dismiss him, sure. Adequate. Doom. Well, that was a good visit. How much neutron flux do we have right now? We got 3. Should we go for it? Should we try all 3? Sphinxal injector apply. Choose ingredients to cook with. Neutron flux. Didn't die. Neutron flux. Didn't die. Neutron flux. Didn't die. Sweet. 3 AV permanently. That's pretty amazing. No, don't return to the start of our vision. Look how strong we are. We just gained a very large amount of survivability from that quick fix there. Let me just change up my alarm here. The music's out. But why? Alright, we should just check real quick. We didn't miss anything. Shopping list. Check vendors in current zone. Doesn't look like they missed anything. Perfect. Some ruins nearby. Some ruins nearby. Always with the ruins. I wish we could turn off low-level sights. That's what I really would like at this point. Take me to the scribe, please. The stairs down. Take me to the scribe. You see how it doesn't really matter that we have a bunch of carry weight and money, because we can just proselytize our way into anything we really need. Even these legendaries can be proselytized. It's just a little bit harder. We must have sold them that luminous chain. It's the only reason I can think that they would have it. Yeah, give me the Unshelled Reptiles chapter. I want to be beloved by everybody. Increased by a lot. Whoa. Grit gate, recoiler. We're gonna have to swap that cell out for... How about one of these nuclear cells, just so we can stop messing around with this goofiness. So the iron liver didn't do us any good. Didn't spare us there. That's annoying. I thought it would have prevented us from getting itchy skin. Maybe it would have prevented it from developing into full-fledged bad stuff, but I kind of doubt it. I'm not sure about that. Well, I'm not sure about it more than that I doubt it. Biodynamic power plant, that's what we're looking for. And we still got 0 points. We got so many credits. Let's drop one of these 3s. I just want to drop one so that I don't accidentally use it. I want to keep one for polygelling eventually. But for now, I want to upgrade my license a little bit. 1. I am becoming. 3 more points available. Bionic heart can only go on the body, I'm sure. Anomaly fumigator, intravenous port. What does that one do? Does that make... Oh, reactive cranial plating. That one is boss. So we can no longer be stunned by anything. Let's pick up our wedge again. And let's head down to talk to Barathrum about Clank. Doom, doo, doom, 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 doom. Hello, Barathrum. Come closer, nestling. Let me look upon your countenance. I convinced Pax Clank to construct the climber. What welcome news, disciple. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. Thank you. Reputation with Barathrumites is up by another 100, and a quantum moat. The flywheel of our scheme is spinning, but we must keep our paws on the treadle. Are you ready to learn what comes next? Yes. The climber's design relies on the use of electromagnets to interface with the planet's magnetic field and generate torque. Unfortunately, the spindle generates its own interfering field, perhaps as a mechanism to prevent unwanted ascension. Our aim is to access the spindle's control unit and disable the field. How we accomplish this, though, is an enigma. From disparate bits across the archives in this digitum, Ereshkigal has stitched together a cryptic but instructional brocade. She's learned the field can be turned off from a place called Bright Sheol, located in the Thin World, and accessible only through a chef's tomb inside the Tomb of the Eaters. Strange, this, and imprecise, but as tinkers we know, a crude blueprint is better than no blueprint. You must return to Amonporch and enter the Tomb of the Eaters. Once inside, trace the errant paths cut into the mausoleum by robbers and vandals, and ascend to Reshef's burial chamber. As for getting entrance to the tomb, Reshef sealed the gates 1,000 years ago, but there's a flaw in the seal. The ancient mark of death has been lost to time. But if you were to recover it and incise the mark on your body, the death gate would open for you, as it did for countless Eater cadavers in the long blurred past. Recover the mark of death, Valasvadja, enter the tomb, and cross into Bright Sheol. Place your paws once again on the dial and the drum. I will enter the Tomb of the Eaters as you ask. As I'd hoped you would, Valasvadja. Take this disc with the signal encoded, just in case, and take this tattoo gun for when you recover the mark of death. You'll want to bring a pickaxe too, or some other instrument for digging through stone. And beware, the tomb is a vast and ancient space and sacred to many. I cannot speak to what you will experience there. I heed your warning. Farewell, Barathrum. What was the point of the disc there? What was the stamped data disc with signal encoded? I guess we just needed to keep having it. Beneath the metal shutter, a crystalline disc, etc. Did we find some data discs that we didn't learn? Yes, serrated. Oh, I already know serrated. Time cube. I don't even know what those do, but I know they're cool. Eigen rifle. And some mirror shades. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, we've already... cloning those Ichor merchants has already paid off, really. It's already pretty sweet, the result that we got there. Doom, doom, doom. So, the Tomb of the Eaters now, huh? Why don't we stumble around a little bit more? Just come back up here and see what they've restocked with. Cloning draft, Ashwamet. Talk to me, Ashwamet. I'd rather just proselytize your leader. Wow, one go. Ashwamet, hand over the cloning draft. I have to? Well, I thought I proselytized the leader. Did I not? Oh no, I proselytized one of the followers. Whoops. They like switch places with each other when they're standing near each other. It's very annoying. This is the one. Tycat is the one who I guess I did name the original. Is that Tycat? Yes. There she goes. So let's use our tattoo gun, actually. On her. Tattoo her face. Goo. She's gonna be blue and magenta. Yeah, so now Tycat is someone special. I can't rename that Ichor merchant, that's weird. I don't know why that one is unusual. So where's Ashwamet? Oh wait, Ashwamet's not a point of interest anymore because they're a follower now. Hey Ashwamet. Let's trade. Cloning draft. Thank you. That's all that I needed. You get some more ink if we wanted it. So if I just go ahead and dismiss, can I just dismiss without... Dismiss. There we go. Everybody's dismissed. Perfect. So we got a little more cloning draft. We just need to get more cloning draft. No. We're done with content. We're just shopping now. Oops. Legendary Scribe. Chapter unspecified. Very nice. Books. Got any ads? No ads. Should we learn about Athenreach? We're still carrying around Majulo. A chapter unspecified. Oh, look at all that warm static. Look at all that sun slag we're carrying around, actually. And the brain brine, it's really just for money. Because we're not drinking that brain brine. It's not, well, actually, since we're, like, not leveling, well, no, warm static means that skills are not actually important. Because you can get all skills with warm static once you got the correct kind of farm going. Very easy to duplicate. Fluids. Can I, like, dig a path that does not have slime in it so that I'm not constantly having slime problems here and getting stuck where the Indrix is stuck? Why are there spiders down here? I don't understand. What's the deal? Pickaxe me. Straight across. There we go. Perfect. Now we should just have a straight line. No, there's still this tarry, salty puddle. Annoying. Can I, like, dig it? It's just being spread around, so I think there's no way to solve it. Yeah, it's just spreading around. Oh well, there will always be some interference between me and them. I'm just making it clean, okay? Just cleaning it up. It's fine, it's tidy now. Let's stop by the 6-day stealth again. Nope, don't care about the smell of roasted boar. Don't care about ruins nearby. Warm static from Mamarula. Mamarula. One go, jeez. Warm static. Where is it? Oh, scrolled up. There it is. Mamarula dismissed. It's going pretty well. Just using normal fluid tank merchants is, like, fine, actually. Just a lair, damn it. A lair, yes. Like, these are going to be low-level lairs. I'm sure we'll never do them, but there's hostiles nearby. Yeah, of course there are. Not for long, though. Some ruins. Oh, that's a haul. So 3 neutron flux, cloning draft. Okay, we need to get them all this time. Uh-oh, one of them is missing. Did we not dismiss them correctly? One of them is missing. Did they stay in our party? Where's our 4th fluid tinker? Are they asleep, maybe? Oh, they're asleep up there, I see. It's the one who didn't get a name. Two-shot. Do you ever stop and think about fluids? Neutron flux. Doomed. Oh, we didn't check out that thing, by the way. This thing. The quantum mote. Particles blip off a probabilistic core and appear traced across discrete shells of energy. +1 to saves, and it's a floating glow sphere. And, a little resistances. And it gives us armor and dodge value. That's pretty sweet. Mamarula. So what did everybody have? Mamarula had neutron flux and warm static. Neutron flux. And a bunch of warm static. Jeez. Wait, they're not my friend? How is Mamarula not my... I must have screwed it up by proselytizing them individually. They must no longer be in the chain. I messed it up. I caused problems. Warm static. It's fine. These guys are easy to proselytize. Yeah, I've screwed it up by proselytizing somebody who was not the main one. Oh well. Dismiss. Do you still have anything? You do. Should have gotten her before I swapped to the other. hand it over. Neutron flux. That all you had? Neutron flux? Nothing else cool. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Hang on a second. I wonder if I can fix this. Okay, so I claimed them as a follower now. I'm gonna swap back to my body. And that should have fixed the problem, I think. Really loud. A little overpowering. Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Feral dog. Bum bum ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Smell of roasted boar nearby. What if I use that page on pariahs? $420? I don't think that's high enough. I think it needs 600, so I need 1 or 2 more pages. Probably just 1. But, okay. This is just like a shopping episode. There's not really anything else going on. This is late game CUD for you, where the only way to progress is with merchants, or the easiest way to progress. Legendary Armorer. That's all we're getting ads for is this Armorer. Oh, chapter unspecified, unshelled reptiles, urchins, and villagers of Joppa. Very nice. I don't really need all that. No ads for legendary fluid tinkers. Entangle tag. Oops. Oh yeah, let's do it for pariahs. Might as well commit to the plan. Pariahs. Love, that's what we're looking for. Unshelled reptiles, entangle that text. Urchins, this would be actually a nice one to get. Urchins are a pain. Being indifferent is a good deal. Joppa adores us, that's all well and good. Let's check on Tilly. I haven't seen Tilly in a while. I guess we can just recoil there. Need, well... We want to pass time, so we don't just want to teleport necessarily, even if we could. Market, which of course we can. Oh, I moved Tilly outside, didn't I? Hey Tilly, looks like you don't have anything. Tilly is... where is Tilly? Oh yeah, where I left them. Okay, that's fine. I would love to get the recipe for a handy nuke. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, Luminous Horseshoe X11, let's buy all those. And the Salve Injector and the Sphinx Cell Injector. Those are all good things. Should I just pros him now? I'm famous. He might be a little harder to proselytize. He's kind of higher level probably being here. So let's just take his stuff the old-fashioned way. By which I do not mean murdering him. That is valid, but it's not what we're aiming for here. Yes, please. So I learned something, which is that the way that food works... Wow, we're low on skill points, jeez. Well, let's make sure we grab Carbide Chef. Cooking and gathering. Carbide Chef. Let me grab Spicer too. So the way cooking works, when you use multiple ingredients, one is used as the trigger, and the others are used, or the other is used as gesticulating. +2 strength, but disallows the use of the floating nearby equipment slot. That's interesting. I wonder what it goes on. Lanterned could also be a little bit useful. Just grab them. For water. No, oh, Sphinx. Well, we already learned that those are really hard to make. You need that unique thing, which not that. How many we got? How many neutron flux? We got 3. Should we go for another? Should we gamble it? Should we give it a shot? See if we can survive another dip into the neutron pool? Oops, don't go that way. You will perish. There will be death. So break out the Sphinx salt injector. Let's apply that bad boy, and let's start cooking. Choose ingredients to cook with. Just the neutron flux. +1 AV. Neutron flux. Death. Yes, I would like to return to the start of my vision, please. Whoops. So that's why we use the Sphinx salt injector. Because that happens a fair amount of the time, 10% of the time. Choose ingredients to cook with. Just the neutron flux. So we're kind of pushing it by doing more than one with a single injector. But I'm not hungry anymore. Okay, well, we can only do 2. That's fine. Actually, it's a little wasteful. Let's not do that. We gotta travel anyway, right? We were planning on traveling. We'll be hungry once I'm lost. Not lost anymore. Okay. Lost for 0 steps. 1 step. Two. Have you restocked? My friend the scribe. Am I hungry now? I am. That should be enough for 3 meals. The scribe has restocked. Your thirst is mine. No. No ads. And no Schrodinger pages. Just get ourselves famished. And maybe we'll come up with more neutron flux when we come over here. Arrival location. Cloning draft. The Kipper has it. Not even our friends. Not even our friends, the fluid fellas. Smell a bit strong. Oops, Indrix is my friend already. Kipper is mine. Give me that cloning draft. And give me all your food stuff, too. And your books. And Ruin Clan. Must have traded that to you at some point. We can take his cider as well. And we didn't have very much honey. Take it all. And then dismiss him. Thank you, Kipper. This doesn't affect his business at all. He's gonna be fine. Like, completely fine. 4 check vendors in current zone. Wasn't even the ones we were looking for. So that's how much cloning draft now? We got 3? That's not enough. Consolidate it, please. We need to get a little more, and then we'll duplicate it with that polygel. And then we'll just continue duplicating it. Or maybe at that point we go clone Tilly and look for some more polygel instead of looking for more cloning draft. But still, more neutron flux is always good too. There's no... Until we run out of Sphinx salt injectors, we can continue using neutron flux. You've restocked, yes. No ads. QQQ page. That's good, actually. We needed that one. We didn't have enough rep with them, I don't think, to settle Slinth there. Still not, I think. We will have enough for the pariahs now, though. Let's go visit them. Let's talk to... I've heard that the youngest Hindriarch in history now leads Bela, and their warden aims to join the Quetzal Caucus. You've worked wonders, Kendrin. I can't wait to see what happens next. In my travels, I encountered a people, the Slinth, seeking a new home. I can't help but wonder why you're telling me this in particular. I am not a mayor, nor even a citizen. I am a drifter, a pariah, and my people are those who have no home anywhere. And here I wonder a bit less. You're asking me to whisper into the winds on behalf of the Slinth, aren't you? I am. What a strange fate, to pass from new sentience to outcast with no steps in between. Regardless, if it is their will and you should vouch for them, that is enough for me. Tell the Slinth they should they choose to wander, the wind will blow at their backs. Sweet. That's quite a few sanctuaries, and I've got to bounce. Live and drink, friends. See you soon.